Shalom family, Snuak Banya Sha'ala. My Babylonian slave name is Timothy Leon Smith, and coming to you all again before I call it the night. Um, how the Most High supernaturally gave me his name. This was some years ago, and I was in the church. I was a Christian, white Jesus and everything, and I really wanted to get Babylon out of my house, out of my life, out of my doctrine, and I really wanted the fivefold spiritual gifts. Um, I wanted the gift of tongues, and I sought diligently after it. Um, I did not get the whole spill or anything like that. I only got one word, and it would just utter out, you know, without me saying, I'm going to say it. It just will come out, and it will come out of my very bowels. And that one word was Hayah. Hayah. At that time, I didn't know any Hebrew whatsoever. I know a little bit now, but at that time I knew none. So as I continued on in my walk, and I shared, God. I shared the title God, and I shared the name Jehovah, and I heard Yah, and I knew Yah was in what was being uttered out of me, and so I clung to Yah for a little while. Further in my studies, I went on to Yahuwah, and one day I was watching the GOCC video, and he broke down Ahaya, and right then, as soon as he said the name, I knew this was what I was uttering. It didn't say Ahaya, but it said Hayah. When I would say it, the Ruach would fall so hard, and sometimes throughout the night, I would go all night just uttering this at the top. I couldn't even say the top of my lungs, but it was loud, and it issued forth out of my belly. At the end of the night, my stomach was so sore. My stomach muscles were so sore. Now, I have to put this disclaimer out there. I'm not condemning anyone who has a name other than Hayah. I'm not trying to push a doctrine. I'm just giving you my experience. You have brothers that say Yahweh, and I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if you just look at it grammatically, the name of the Most High. He says, when Moses asked, who are you? He said, Ahaya. And then he turned around and said, you tell the children of Israel, Yahweh. Now, Ahaya means I am. Yahweh means he is. So if I'm talking about myself, I would say Ahaya or Hayah. Now, if I'm talking about someone else, I would say he is. So really, neither one of them are wrong, but it's just used in a certain part of speech. It's a grammatical thing. We're fighting over grammatical issues, and we have bigger fish to fry. Some people say Yahuwah. I don't have a problem with that as well. I don't have a problem with people saying Yah for short. I'm just giving, my little 2 cents of what happened. Side note, this is one of the reasons why there's some doctrines out there that anyone who utters in tongues or glossolalia are issuing out utterances of the devil. And I would be I would be very careful in making that assertion. Very careful. In my experience, I mean, I've personally experienced this. So you really have to be careful, because now you're becoming dangerously close to blaspheming the Ruach. And we all know what Scripture says about people who blaspheme the Ruach. Christ was very adamant about this. He says, you can blaspheme the Father and it can be forgiven. You can blaspheme the Son and it can be forgiven. But if you blaspheme the Ruach, it will never be forgiven you, not in this life nor the life to come. So be very careful on what you say. Alright, family, that's it. You all have a good night. Shalom. I love you all. Don't follow me. Follow Christ.